introductions are usually done on the first day. And I don't know about you, but when I'm asked to stand up in front of a room full of people who I don't know and tell them about myself and why I'm there and my hopes and dreams, I'm just not a happy camper. So when they ask, how about we introduce ourselves, I'd say, how about no? Um, it's humiliating sometimes, right? Public speaking when you're not prepared for it. So we're not going to do that. So rather than making you talk about yourself, I will talk about me. Because my name is Darren Willis. You're perfectly welcome to call me Darren if you're comfortable with that. If you prefer Mr. Willis, that's fine. If you prefer Professor Willis, and that's the form of address you'd like to use with me, that's fine too. I taught at a high school here in town for about 10 years, so I answered to lots of things. I've answered to D. Will Dog, and a number of things that I probably shouldn't repeat because they were just foul. So I'd like you to speak to me in whatever way makes you feel comfortable when we're talking to one another. There's no need to be excessively formal. My background is industrial. I spent 12 years working in the custom cabinetry and architectural millwork field on the East Coast in a state called Connecticut. Um, really enjoyed my ability to make things, having that kind of a background in an apprenticeship, and got to practice some design build for several years. So my background is working with tools, designing, building, engineering, and putting things together to make clients happy. It was a great career. Loved it. Um, these are the kinds of jobs that the company I worked for would do. High-end kitchens and bathrooms and furniture. So we look at the cabinets here, and they're pretty. They're really nice, right? We've got some scroll shell work up here, and this valance over the window, and marble countertops, and high-end appliances. And we had some clients that had a lot of money. I guess that's the best way to say it. They just had a lot of money, and they wanted to spend it on something. So this is a little dressing room off of a bathroom with some high-end cabinetry and furniture in it, and big fancy crown molding, and bathrooms with dressing tables and Corinthian columns, and tons of money, right? Custom millwork and woodwork on the walls and wainscoting and things like that. Uh, awesome career. Loved it. Um, realized when I moved to Bakersfield, though, in the late 90s, that I wasn't going to be able to do this kind of work anymore unless I was willing to drive 2 hours a day to LA and back. And 4 hours a day on the road just didn't seem like an ideal thing for me with my life at that point. So I decided it was time for a change, and I applied for a full-time teaching position at Highland High School to teach high school students architecture, architectural design, and drafting, and CAD. So I did that for 10 years and had a great experience, loved working at Highland High School. While I was working at Highland High School, I kept my hand in industrial practice. I was doing jobs on the side, design work, doing land development projects, commercial construction projects as a designer. So I was doing that part-time while I was working full-time at the high school. And then one year, an opening came up at the college. They needed somebody to teach a night class, to teach the Industrial Drawing B12 class. So I decided, yeah, I'll do that. So I taught one night a week, and it was enjoyable too. It was a little bit different from teaching high school, obviously, but I liked it. And then about 9 years ago, there was a retirement in this department, and they needed a full-time person to replace the instructor that was leaving the industrial drawing program. So they asked me if I was interested in applying, and I was, and I've been here ever since. So I really enjoy teaching. I really enjoy CAD and design. I really think that my background of building and making and engineering things helps me a lot when it comes time to draw. So this is who I am. I've got about, 32, 33 years of hands-on experience, either making stuff or drawing and making the stuff I just drew. One thing that you'll learn about me, I think, as we work together is I am an advocate for skills. I believe that you need skills if you want to be successful. something that you're going to be able to do, though, to help me to learn a little bit about you. And we're going to do it a little bit more informally. So what you're going to be filling out for me is a student information sheet. And when you give that a click, it will bring you to a document. Opening that document up, you'll see we've got some things you're going to fill out for me that will give me a little bit of information about you. So click in the field and you can type your name. Click in the field here and you can type your major. If you're undecided, you can put that in too. Okay, and then we've got a bunch of check boxes here, and all you have to do is look at the reason you're taking this class, and whichever ones apply, give a click and it will put an X in the box, right? And this is how we can check them. If you want to uncheck, click it a second time and we'll uncheck the box. So up at the top, I'm kind of interested in learning why you're taking the class, what your goals are, and you can specify another goal if none of these things really apply to you. And down at the bottom here, I'm kind of interested in knowing if you have any experience related to drafting, CAD, blueprint reading, the kinds of things we'll be doing in this class. So if you took drafting classes in high school, give a checkbox, right? Or if you're in Project Lead the Way, if you've taken some of the BC architecture classes or engineering classes, or if you have other experience with CAD through work or something else, let me know. I'm kind of interested in knowing that. All right, so each one of these can get a check if they're applicable. When you downloaded this, it came in with the name that I assigned to the file. Let's click on Save As. And what Save As lets us do is it lets us save the file with a new name. Okay? That's what I want you to do. I'd like you to change it from the name it has. I'd like you to change it to Student Info B12, and then your name. Okay, so Student Info B12 dash your name. And we should see that change reflected up here. Right now it says your name, and this is the file you're going to be giving to me and submitting to me. So when you've got the assignment saved, right, it's got your name, it's got your info, you've saved it with the new name, what you're going to do is you're going to go back to Canvas, right? And we're going to go back to that student information sheet assignment. And here's what we clicked to download the file originally, right? And then what you're going to do is you're going to click on this button here. And this is going to let you upload your form so that I can see it. Okay, so click on Submit Assignment. And then down here it'll say, where do you want to get your file, right? So File Upload, you're going to go choose your file. And then you're going to need to navigate to wherever you save that Word document. All right, so here's my student info for B12, my name. I'll hit open. And what we should see is it will attach that file. And then there it is, right? It says that file has been attached. And now when you click on this Submit Assignment button, boom. Now the file is sent to me, and I have it. You'll get a little notification here that you submitted it on this date at this time. And if you needed to resubmit the assignment, if you had to make changes to it, that's not a big deal. You go make your changes, you go make your adjustments, you resave it, and then you can click on Resubmit Assignment. So this is how we will set up our student information sheet so that I can learn a little bit about you.